Hey guys, Adam Bonilla here, personal trainer at Club USA. Today we're going to be covering bicep movements, okay? How to get the proper flexion and an extension of the bicep. A lot of little tricks that people just generally don't know about that might be helpful for your workouts. Okay, so the first thing we're going to cover today is proper positioning of the arm during a bicep curl. A lot of people do this improperly and therefore are not getting the proper flexion of that bicep throughout the entire range of the motion. So we're going to go ahead and show you right now how to do that. So when doing a proper bicep curl, a lot of people do this when they're doing the curls. They'll do this movement here, and they'll come all the way up with it. Well, we're not trying to work our front delts, and when we do this movement, that's a front delt movement. There's no reason to come up like that when we're doing a biceps. That's exaggerated, of course, but most people are coming up like this. Okay. What you want to do to get maximum flexion on that bicep throughout the entire range of the motion is keep your arm at your side, and it doesn't need to come forward at all. Keep it at your side, stuck in your stomach, and come all the way up and squeeze that bicep. Nice and slow on the way down. Come up, squeeze that bicep. Okay. That's going to allow you to get maximum time under tension per rep for each set, therefore getting more muscle tissue breakdown. And that's what we're trying to do when we're lifting weights and trying to build muscle, have nice looking, pretty muscles. Now, if you're a weightlifter or a power lifter, that doesn't apply. Okay? Do whatever you have to do to get the weight up. That's a power lifter. Doesn't matter how you get it up, just get it up. But if you're trying to sculpt a muscle, get prettier looking muscles, bigger muscles, you're going to want to get maximum time under tension, maximum flexion, maximum extension. So now that we're talking about maximum extension, okay, maximum extension of the bicep is here. It's way back here, okay? You're actually flexing your tricep to get a maximum extension of the bicep, okay? So we want maximum flexion, maximum extension. Okay, first we're going to focus on maximum extension. Now, ideally, you'll start your workouts with the heavier weights if you're trying to get bigger muscles or sculpt the muscles and do the heavier exercises like we just did. A bicep curl here, dumbbell curls, cable curls where you're in that position here. But if you're not getting the full extension, which you can't on a regular barbell curl because your hips will bend you, what you can do is go to the next exercise to get the maximum extension. So generally, I'll start with the exercises that give me heavier weight, and then I'm going to get that extra 10% of the muscle at that full extension range, and I'm also going to get that extra 10% of the muscle up here at the full flexion range, which is way up here. First, we're going to cover how to cover that with a proper extension to get that full extension here. Okay, so now that you've completed a couple of your exercises with the heavier exercises, now we're going to go into maximum extension exercises. Okay, so I'm going to go on an incline bench. I'm going to put it back a couple notches just so I'm at that incline position here. And now my biceps are fully extended. Okay, my triceps engaged at the back range, which means my bicep is fully extended. I can't get farther than that. So now I'm just going to keep my arm position directly parallel to the floor, directly vertical to the floor, and then come all the way up, squeeze, nice and slow, full extension, squeeze, and at the very back range of the motion, the very end of where the weight's at the bottom range, I am going to flex my tricep a little to get that maximum extension, okay? Because most people will stop here at this range, which is not maximum extension. Here is maximum extension. Okay, so all the way up, arms still are not coming forward, okay? That takes the whole purpose of this exercise out of the equation. I'm at your side, all the way up, squeeze, all the way down, full extension. All the way up, squeeze, all the way down, full extension. Okay, so now that we've covered getting proper arm placement when doing bicep curls, and proper arm placement to get proper extension of the bicep. Now we have to figure out, how do I get proper flexion? Well, proper flexion, reaching flexion to its full potential at least, is not here. Everyone thinks that it's here, but actually the bicep will contract at its full flexion. The shortest the bicep head can go is way back here. So I'm going to get a lot more movement. If you want to try it for yourself, go up here, squeeze your bicep, come all the way back here, and then you'll feel it get tighter. Okay, well the bicep head's getting shorter, which means it's getting more flexion, which means it's getting better contraction. Now when we're trying to sculpt the muscle and get prettier muscles or get bigger muscles, we want to get 100% flexion as close as possible so we can work the entire spectrum of the muscle fibers, okay? And get the best developed muscle fibers from every angle. Okay, so first we'll start off with our heavier exercises up and down. Then we'll get full extension of the exercises. And then we're going to get proper flexion. Okay, just that last little bit, that last little 5%, 10% of that muscle that we want to work to get that extra little bit, get those nice looking sculpted muscles. Okay, so now we're going to do an exercise to get 100% flexion. Okay, now we're not going to get full extension on this exercise. We're just worried about the flexion on this exercise. Okay, we're at the last part of our workout. We're just trying to get that the last little bit of muscle fibers remaining that we haven't hit yet from this angle. Okay, This is one of my favorite ones. There's a lot of different ways of doing this. This is one of my favorite ones though. So we're gonna get an incline bench. Okay, I do a lot of bicep stuff on incline benches. We're gonna lay back, okay? Arms are here. We're gonna come all the way up, squeeze that bicep in that position that we talked about, okay? In that full flexion position. Now, we're getting close to full extension, but not an optimal tension on the bicep the whole time. So we're gonna go all the way down, all the way up, curl, keeping those elbows up the whole time. Elbows up, squeeze, full flexion, all the way down. Pull them back as far as you can. These ropes should be as close to your ear as possible back here. And then nice and slow on the way down. Just make sure each time you do it, you're getting the full squeeze of the muscle. That's going to help put more blood in the muscle and create separation of the muscle fibers and give you that toned, sculpted look where you can see the definition in the arms. Hope this has helped you out a little bit. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me or one of the trainers here. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have.